Are you helping, Benj? Are you a big help? Good morning, welcome back. I won't sing because that would ruin everything. Well, there's not a lot to ruin, but you get the gist. Good morning, welcome back. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, and I'm just about getting stuck into work. If you're new here, my name's Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage, antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything that I think I can sell online, on eBay, on my website, or in antique centres. So if that sounds of interest, then hang around. I'm packing some orders, so I've got some thank yous to say. I've written a list and I've left it over there. Bear with. I love a list. I love a list. Right. Thank you to Kerry, Wendy, Gilly, Helen, Gary, Jacqueline and Heather. Thank you so much for ordering from my website. They are either being packed today or they're on their way already. Yeah, really do appreciate your support. Gary and Lee, I think it was. I hope you like it. I hope it's what you're after. And then somebody else, and I can't remember who it was because I didn't write it down, gave me a little bit of advice. Can you remember the little black lacquered egg that I had that I said I thought was Russian? They said it was Ukrainian. So I've changed the listing on my website and I really appreciate that advice. So if you ever have some info on something that I sound clueless about, which happens all the time, yeah, just let me know. I appreciate the help. What have we been up to? So when did I last vlog? I don't remember. I think it was at the weekend. Monday was obviously, oh no, Sunday I worked all day, all day. We had quite a lot of orders, so I packed all of those because I knew that on Monday we were going to an auction viewing in the afternoon, so I had to get on with it. So Sunday I packed all my orders and there was a lot. And then I filmed the eBay sales video that you'll have seen. So that took a bit of editing with all the photos, slotting them in and doing all that. And I did some other stuff as well, which I can't even remember now. But it was a full day. I started at like, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I finished it at 4 or 5 in the afternoon on a Sunday. Anyway, and then yesterday we did go to the auction viewing. No, not yesterday, Monday. I finished off the parcels and then we went to the auction viewing in the afternoon. There isn't as much there this time as there was the last time we went to the auction, but it's still really interesting. I love it. I love an auction. And then we also popped to the booth as well. I shoved in a load of Hornsey that I'd brought back from Burgh, and I had some more that we'd had from an auction that I hadn't got around to sorting out. So that I did that on Sunday, priced up stuff. And we took that, got that all out at my booth. And then yesterday I had the auction on. It starts at 10 in the morning and it was still going when I left for yoga at like 3:30. Which is great because you can listen in and it's interesting and all that. But if I'm honest, I find it a bit much after a few hours of this constant noise, because I know a lot of people have music on when they're working, or podcasts or whatever, YouTube videos, anything. I work in silence because my brain can't deal with more than one thing at a time. It's really boring. My body just hates me, but I can't do it. So to have that on in the background all day was a lot. But we did get some stuff. We spent in total, because I've got the invoice which I need to pay, remember to pay. It was about 270 quid. But it's a lot of little stuff. Isn't necessarily the stuff that I would like pick, but sometimes you just have to go for it, get it, especially in November when there's no car boots really. You just got to get the stock where you can. Anyway, I've rabbited on for quite a while. I'm going to get on and pack these orders and then I'll get back to you. It's getting darker instead of getting lighter. We've got a big delivery coming today from one of the auctions. And it's raining and they can't bring it onto the drive because the drive is gravel, so they have to leave it at the end. So we have to move it quick in case the farmer wants to get past with his tractor. So it's always like a race against time. So I am actually going out in a bit. So then Darren will have to deal with it on his own. We'll see. We'll see. Vinted. I don't do a lot on Vinted. I list a few bits here and there. I don't have a pro account just because I don't use it enough to warrant it, but also all the nightmare stories you hear about Vinted Pro. I'm not going to do it. If they ask me to go, tell me that I've got to go Vinted Pro, then I'll just not bother. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so they changed all the sizing. I don't know if it's something you're aware of, but on Vinted, I always thought it was strange. If say you were listing a dress that was a size 12, 12 came as a large, which is like, what? And they've adjusted it to make sense. But unfortunately, all the listings now that any clothing are all wrong. So yesterday I spent a good, probably couple of hours going through all my Vinted, changing it. But I didn't just do that. I reduced loads of stuff because I just want rid of things. What else did I do? And deleted stuff off that I thought, that's not going to sell. And it's already at like £2. I'm not going any lower than that. So I did that yesterday. I've got stacks and stacks of clothes in boxes. It's mainly stuff that I bought some, but Court bought quite a bit when she was in the business with us. So I need to go through all that. So that's kind of a January, February job, I think. Or maybe even December once I've got to a certain point with my stock. So yeah, got to do that. Do you know what though? I've got a confession to make. I've never actually bought anything on Vinted. Never. But it's just, I find it really difficult to spend money. It's like a thing in me. Do you know what I mean? I think, oh, I'll buy that. And then my brain goes, but you don't really need it. And then I stop myself. I've got my wax melt on again today. I go through phases where I won't use it for ages. And then I'll go, oh, every day, like, oh yeah, I like it. And at the moment, I'm loving it. And I've sold quite a few. I went through a phase again on my website where nobody bought any wax melts. And I thought, oh, you know, maybe I need to mention them. But the week before, the few days before, I was thinking, oh, I better mention my wax melts in the next vlog. I had 5 orders that in a couple of days, and every person bought a packet of wax melts. It's like the universe was listening to me. But I need to check the stocks to see whether I need to order some more, because they're sort of tucked in boxes underneath here and it's not easy for me to see. So if I look on my website, I can look at the stock levels, see whether I need to order some more and hope that she can still supply me. So this afternoon I'm going out. I'm going to glamorous Skegness because it's the closest town to where we live. I want to go to the works and I want to get myself a particular diary that I had a couple of years ago that I'm hoping that they still do. But last year I was too late and I didn't get one, and I ended up getting a bog standard diary, and it just upset me all year Did I go out and buy, in like February, go and buy one to replace the one that was bugging me? No, I just persevered. I tell you, I find it difficult to spend money. Felt like a waste because I'd already got a diary. Don't go out and buy another one. But then it bugged me all year. So this year, I want to go to the works and buy myself a diary that I like. So that's the main reason for going into Skeg. I want to have a look, maybe see if I can pick up a few Christmassy bits, you know, bits and bobs. And go to Aldi, get some food shopping in. Doing my low carb, I appreciate Aldi, like their yogurts and cheeses and stuff like that, because you get them from Tesco's and they're not the same. How's it going, my low carb thing? I think it's going pretty well. I have not had dessert. The main things that I'm avoiding is bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, cereals, sugars, you know, that kind of thing. I'm avoiding snacking, so I'm just eating 3 times a day. And yeah, that's it really. Which sounds simple, but you know, the hardest bit I'm finding is the bread more than the chocolate or the anything. I'm not a sweet, I don't eat sweets. I eat chocolate and ice cream, chocolate based things, but not sweets. I don't really like sweets. But bread is the hardest, I think, because you just want like eggs on toast or beans on toast or a sandwich or soup and a little bit of bread, you know, that kind of thing. So that is the hardest. Am I feeling any better? This is the thing. So I think my head feels clearer. I feel clearer in my head. I'm less, I guess that's that brain fog thing, although I didn't really know that I had it, but I just feel a lot clearer. I'm not getting I'm starving, I need to eat as much. So I can go just have the 3 meals and not be hungry in between. So that's good. It hasn't helped my skin. I'm still having skin issues. I have been referred to a dermatologist, so I'm waiting for a referral appointment. And what other things was I hoping it would help? I think it's improving my sleep, if I'm honest. I think I'm sleeping a bit better. Weight-wise, I lost sort of 4 pounds in the first week or so, and then haven't really lost anything. I've maybe lost another pound since, and I've been doing it for about 4 weeks. But I'm not as strict low carb as I was last time. When I did low carb a couple of years ago, I don't know how many years ago it was now. It's probably 5 or 6, I can't remember. Anyway, when I did it before, I was really strict. I didn't eat like pulses, which I am eating now. I'm eating beans, butter beans and mixed beans and that sort of thing. I didn't eat anything like that. I was very strict about how much carrot and sweet potato I ate, root vegetables and things, which I'm not now. What else? Oh yeah, and I'm having milk in my coffee, which I sort of gave up drinking coffee. Well, I didn't drink coffee at that time, I don't think. I can't remember, such a long time ago. Yeah, so I'm not being as strict because I want it to become a lifestyle. I don't want it to be something that's such a challenge. It is a challenge, but I'm hoping that gradually it becomes less of a challenge. Again, sorry, I'm terrible with names, so they don't stick. And then often, hang on, I just had to compose myself there. So I'm terrible with names. And also because on YouTube, a lot of you have not your actual name, you have a YouTube name. Then I can't put together a face with a name and it's not a real name. And I get myself in a bit of a muddle. But somebody said that they'd bought the book that I'd shown, the diabetic one, and done the bread recipe from it. So I do want to give that a go at some point. It does look similar to the little one that I made not long ago. I think I showed you it, which was okay. It was a bit squidgy. I think I needed to let it cook for a little bit longer than I did. But whoever it was said it was a good recipe, so I'm gonna give that a go at some point, but not today because I've got too much to do. So it's now 9 o'clock and I've not even finished packing my parcels yet. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if we both can do it, my delivery doesn't just arrive. I'm going to be chatting with Caroline in a little bit, which is such a long time. It's just, the time flies. We go, oh yeah, we'll chat in a week or so. Next thing you know, it's like a month later or 2 months later or whatever. Anyway, so I want to get on so that I can sit down and have a cuppa and a chat. I've got a little helper. You come to help? Yeah? You're not much help really, are you? Darren left. Oh, hello, Eddie. Hello. He's just gone to move the car. He'll be back in a minute. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hey? Don't worry. He'll be back. You too. It's now 12:30. Parcels are there. I'm going to go and drop them off. I had a chat with Caroline. It was lovely to catch up. Delivery hasn't come, so Darren's going to have to deal with that on his own. I'm going to head into sunny Skeg. That would be nice. It's not. It's grey and drizzly. I've been in Tesco's, the big Tesco's, and got some bits and bobs Christmas wise, and now I'm just walking into Skeg because I don't like to go into the centre and pay for parking. Who does that? No, park a bit further out, get some extra steps in, and it's free. 3 o'clock and I'm home. Can't show you that bag because that's presents and things. So I've been to Aldi, spent about 50, 60 quid. Well, not that much. You don't get much for your money nowadays, do you? And then I did get my diary from the works, which was the most important purchase. I think Court's going to be a bit jealous though, because it's got bees on it, and Court loves bees. Now, when the delivery came, it was raining, so Darren's managed to get it all into here in the garage. You can see the boxes that they're delivered in, huge boxes. And then there's all this stuff here and this stuff here. Anyway, we're starting on the books, so I'm going to take this into the kitchen, and then he's going to sort through which ones he wants to look into listing and which ones can go straight in the void fill pack, and get ourselves a little bit sorted. Good morning. It is now Thursday morning. It's about 8 o'clock. And yesterday, as soon as I got back, I just got on with helping Darren move all that stuff from the garage because it got a bit wet in getting it in. So we didn't want to leave it in the garage just being wet, damp. Not wet, but sort of a bit damp. So I've boxed up loads of stuff and carried it, and it was all heavy stuff. But Darren will sort all that out now. Leave that to him, that's his thing. So yeah, we were both absolutely shattered. My shoulder's been giving me a bit of jip since a couple of months ago, went out in the field to collect a cow poo, shoveling up cow poo. I've had a bit of an achy shoulder, and then at yoga on Tuesday, she was doing loads of shoulder exercises, and it aggravated it, and so carrying all loads of heavy books and boxes of stuff yesterday late afternoon was not fun. But we got so far with it. And I got my diary. Yay! So it's nothing special. It's just a day to a page. So I've got loads of space to write my lists. But I like it because it's on a spiral and I can fold it over and it's not taking up as much space on my desk because my desk's really small. And if you have to have it open like that, it takes up twice the space. Little things like that are just really irritating. And it's kind of pretty. So, and it's only £4. Bargain. Just with that, they had some really lovely craft bits and arty stuff. I took a couple of photos of things that I'd quite like for myself and sent them to the kids, like, if you want to get me something for Christmas. So I did that. But they had some cute little crochet craft kits that I just thought were adorable. I'm just useless. I can't do crochet or knit or anything, but really sweet little kits. And then they had a book of origami paper. It's only sort of that size, but loads. It's really thick like that for £5, which I thought looked really good. But I've got so much paper of all different shapes and sizes and colours. The last thing I need to do is buy more of that kind of paper. Really, really sweet. Oh, and like wreath things, so you could make your own wreaths. I thought they would good as well. If you went out and got, you know, collected pine cones and holly and stuff like that, you could make some really nice wreaths. So if you want that kind of thing, The Works is the place to go. Right, I need to get some breakfast, and then we need to collect up boxes and bags and that, because today we're going to the auction house to collect the things that we bid on at the auction. What is that? It's coming back down again. It's like doing a loop. It must be an aeroplane going round in loops. Can't see because of the hedge. Can we see it? Over there. Yeah, it's doing loops. Can't actually see the aeroplane, just the smoke that it's leaving. How weird. We thought an aeroplane had gone up and come back down again and it crashed. Don't think much has gone since Monday, but there's all the Hornsey that I put in on Monday. So I need to bring some more stock when we come in a couple of weeks' time, but hopefully I'll have sold a whole load of that off the clearance section. So we got to Louth at about 10 o'clock. It's now 20 past 10. We've been in the booth. Darren's put a few bits out. I reduced a few bits on the shelving. We've gone to the auction. We've picked everything up and we're on our way home. That was super quick. We like it. And all our positive thinking paid off, because Darren was a bit worried that we weren't going to fit everything in the car and we'd have to make 2 journeys. And I just kept saying, you got to think positive. Send out those positive vibes to the universe, and it worked, didn't it, Darren?
Yeah, all that bollocks worked.
We don't use that sort of language on my channel.
I'm sorry, no, that's just on mine, isn't it?
What? What? You're very demanding. What are you? So we brought everything inside. We brought all the prints. We did get a lot of prints and pictures. Darren's going to sort through those. They're all in the lounge. The other stuff's in my office. So I will show you roughly what we got. I'm not going to go through every individual thing. But I'll give you a glimpse of the stuff we picked up. I can't say there's a lot that I could get excited about. Some of the prints that Darren got are really nice. I'm sure Darren will show you the pictures and prints that he got, but I want to show you these. There's a job lot of children's prints that he got. And we've decided that after he's cleaned them all up, because they need a good clean and frames need cleaning and then backing tape put on and things like that. We're going to take these to the booth at Louth, the one upstairs, and have a selection of children's prints. Aren't they gorgeous? So they're predominantly a couple of artists. So there's these ones that are by Mabel Lucy Atwell. Then there's these are Margaret Tarrant. And then who is the other one? Oh, this one, Molly Brett. This one's cool as well. Look at this one. I know you've got the light shining against it, makes it difficult to see, but that one's really lovely. I think my favourite is that one. Oh, and the one with the little fairies, where's that? Oh, this one. I love this. That is so cool. Anyway, if you want to see these in situ, give us a couple of weeks and they'll be at my booth upstairs at Louth. Lunchtime. Got some carrots, cucumber with a bit of cream cheese, extra cheese, bit of salami, some pork scratchings and a gherkin. Darren is making a big roast dinner though tonight, so I can get my balance back a bit better then. So here is the other stuff that we picked up from the auction. We got some tables, some glass, mainly carnival glass stuff. I think Darren's going to deal with that because it's not really my favourite thing. We got some silver plate and some breakables. That's lovely, isn't it, that one? There was one lot that I really liked the look of, but it went way over my price budget, which was a shame because it was the only thing that I really liked. What's this? Oh, it's just a silver plate placemat. There's bits and bobs in here. China and breakables. Sweet. Staffordshire. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, things to keep me busy for a little while. It's quite a bit later now. It is nearly 2:15. Darren's been working on those prints and the tables and things. I have tidied a lot of stuff away just so I don't have a pile of things here. And I picked out a few bits to add to my website. Some of it, a couple of new bits that came in today, and then some other bits that I've had for a while. So, are you ready? I've had this one since, not the last auction, but I can remember I showed you in that box that I got before. Cute little mouse. I can't work out what it's for. So it feels like a pewter maybe. Really nice detail. You can see the engraving of the fur and they've got tiny little eyes. Really sweet little thing. It's got a glass bottom there and then this tail like that. And I've got a feeling that I should know what this is, but I just can't remember. It's something like a weight for, you know, to hold your thread so it doesn't roll off or something like that. I've got a feeling. But anyway, I'm going to offer it as a random, I don't know what it is thing on my website because it's cute anyway. If you like mice, it's really cute. So that's the first thing. And if you know what it is, put it in the comments because sometimes I need enlightening. I've got one of these boots. It's ceramic, but the detail is so fine. Can you see around here where they've painted on like the pattern on the leather and the dots? It's really fine detail. There isn't as such a maker's mark, but there is something just there. Really detailed, lovely thing. So there's that. This came in today. A nice cranberry glass, sugar shaker, sugar sifter, you want to call it. This is silver plate EPNS, so that has worn off slightly. It's got that slightly yellowy colour, but still really pretty. Probably Victorian, or it's Victorian style, if not. I'm not very good when it comes to glass, but really just a very pretty thing. No reason why you can't use it for what it was intended. That's from when we went out last week. Got that really nice Stealth pottery vase. It's got slightly ribbed texture and then this classic blue hand painted design. There is the underneath, and you've got the certificate thing that came with it. Got to have a bit of studio pottery in. It's just this one today. Studio pottery mug, I haven't had time to look it up yet, so I will have a look in my book, see if I can find the maker. And if I can find it, I will put it in the listing on my website. So if that's of interest for you, just a really nice, beautiful shaped mug. I've had this a while and I just keep looking at it. I really like it. It's like one of the Bavarian bears. Can you see the detail? On this sort of cut bit of wood, log, whatever. And underneath it says Laburnum 2005. So I'm assuming it's laburnum wood. And it was made in 2005. So it's not that old, but really nice piece. And then it's got these little felt stoppers so it's not going to scratch your surface. So there's that. Oh, I've had these a while and they're just so gorgeous. So I've got 2 teddies that I picked up from the car boot. Really lovely. They're really nice quality. You know when they feel sort of a little bit stiffer? And this one is a Merry Thought bear made in England. Prue Theobald, I think that says. Price Theobald, maybe? Prue Theobald. I don't know if that's the name of the bear or the maker or whatever. But he's lovely, isn't he? With his jointed bear. His lovely golden fur. Nice big paws. Look at him. I like how his head is very slightly on a slant, like that, like he's thinking. He's very thoughtful. Oh, maybe that's it. Merry Thought. Are they all like that? A little bit thoughtful. Isn't he gorgeous? So there's that one. And then this one, again, similar colour, golden bear. Again, this sort of slightly more robust feeling about them. Jointed, but this time he's got this rougher, longer hair, textured look to him. And he's got a big red bow. Look, I love his little snout. And he looks like he's got a bit of a Claudia Winkleman fringe going on. Just gorgeous. And this one is a Dean's. That's what the label says, Dean's. Again, just really good quality. Dean's Rag Book is what it says on there. He's gorgeous too. So those 2 are both going on. And then finally, I've got this that came today. It's one of these serving plates. You could put little sandwiches on there or cakes. Gorgeous colours. It's that buttercup yellow with bright orange sort of poppies and the green, just to mark it off. It's Burgh. It's not one I'd heard of, Burgh, but made in England, so it's vintage. And this can be removed for cleaning and for transportation. Isn't that lovely? Can you imagine some little cucumber sandwiches on there? Or some little iced buns, little butterfly cakes. Yeah, cool. Anyway, hope there's something there that you like. So I've got myself a can of Lilt. Well, it's not Lilt. It's Aldi version. I've opened it up and I'm really enjoying the taste of it, but I'm kind of like beating myself up because I'm trying to do this anti-inflammatory thing and this goes against it all. Battle of the brain. I'm listing on my website. Thank you to Danny who ordered on my website. I will get that packed tomorrow and off tomorrow. I'm going to get these done and then I'm going to call it a day, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed a sort of couple of days in my life. And I've got to get on with some work, so I need to concentrate. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it if you could leave me a thumbs up and a positive comment. If you enjoy a gentle vlog about reselling or just about a woman of my age working from home, could you please subscribe? Because it's a struggle. And if you want to see more of the pesky dogs and see what Darren gets up to, his side of reselling and his gardening and all that, then go and follow our other channel, Gardening with Dogs. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.